Ever wonder why cowrie shells are so popular within Africa, as seen worn by Beyonce behind me? I know I have. So, my name's Inieka, so let's talk. Cowrie shells actually derive from this small snail-like creature that can find within the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. And cowrie shells were used everywhere. Like, they were used within all areas, guys. They were even used as currency at a point in time. They were used to symbolize your status and to symbolize wealth. And archaeologists have said that cowrie shells can go back to about 5 million years. So these guys have been here way before humans have been here. Over 200 different species of cowries. Archaeologists have also found paintings on carved walls in ancient Kemet, Ghana, paintings of cowrie shells within the caved walls going back 750,000 years. Wow. In ancient Egypt, many people were actually buried alongside their cowrie shells. So archaeologists have found within many grave sites within ancient Egypt that people were buried with their cowrie shells. So this just shows that it symbolized wealth and it symbolized, status at a time. And a lot of kings had like rare species of cowrie shells. So like the most rarest species that you could have buried with you, the higher you were within the society or the community at the time, the higher status you had, the more money you had, the more wealthy you were. As they were also used for currency in places like Ghana, West Africa, Nigeria, and in ancient Kemet. It was thought to be at a time, I think the equivalent of 20 cedis, the currency of Ghana, was the equivalent of one cowrie shell. See in this illustration, this ancient Kemet illustration, what are those?
Officer, I got one question for you. What are those?
They are cowrie shells. She, I believe, I'm pretty sure it's a woman because she's holding the ankh and the flower. She's wearing cowrie shells. So there are a few reasons why they're seen as, a sign of protection. So in ancient Egypt, one of the reasons they were seen as a sign of protection is, if you look closely, it looks like a squinting eye. So it was used as an evil eye amulet or an evil eye protection. So it's said that the bottom side of the cowrie shell represents the yoni or the vulva of the divine woman, and the top part of the cowrie shell represents the shape of a pregnant woman. Now, for the spiritual meaning of why it is so important, why cowrie shells are so important. So this is seen as a literal representation of women, as it's seen as a living organism coming from the sea, coming from the ocean onto the earth, that represents the vulva of the woman, that represents the sexual area of a woman, and it represents the womb energy as well. Because of this, women are encouraged to wear, a cowrie belt or a cowrie waist bead or cowrie jewelry when they are pregnant. It protects the unborn child from any misfortune or protects them from stillbirths or anything of those sorts. So it just encourages a healthy pregnancy and encourages a healthy bond between the mom and the baby. It was also known that Cleopatra would wear cowrie belt and cowrie jewelry. Cowrie shells were very, very popular amongst ancient Kemet, as you can see in a lot of their illustrations. They would get the cowrie shells a lot of the times from the Red Sea. So as you can see in this picture, you can still see within lots of African tribes, the cowrie shell is still heavily used. Even within my own, as I'm Nigerian, I'm Igbo specifically, they like to use it to decorate instruments during the masquerades and in jewelry. I actually have some cowrie shells myself. This was gifted to me by my mom. So this is a masquerade or Imanu. I probably pronounced it wrong. I'm trying to get better at my Igbo, guys, don't kill me. These masquerades also like to wear cowrie shells because these masquerades are linked between the living and the dead. And the link between the living and the dead is the unborn, which all comes back to feminine, the divine feminine, and it's just very, very interesting. This is also an Igbo instrument called shikere. You can see them a lot in musical instruments, as music is feminine energy, music is Venusian, music is the divine, music is a feeling, music is a creative spiritual energy that all links back to the goddess, the divine mother. And it all links back to the cowrie shells and the representation of it being a representation of, honestly, women and the divine, which I think is honestly very, very, very beautiful. There's a lot of uplifting the divine within Igbo tradition. So guys, that's the end of the video, or else I'll be talking all day. So comment down below if you have any links with cowrie shells or what you know about cowrie shells. Stay followed, because there will be way more videos within African spirituality, history and folklore coming soon.